Right guys, just thought I'd better document this because it's Thursday night and this is what I'm up to. As you know, the bead normally stands here and I said I was going to raise it. That's what we've got. That gives me a void under there to bring all the pipe work through to this side where the blue bucket is. So the pipe work will come, but at the minute that's the input for the pump, zip tied up here on the bead. So that pipe work will come, everything will come down here, the side of the drain, underneath here to the pump, and then run the bead. The bead will stand sort of so high. So yeah, everything so far, hopefully, will be good. I've got to sort the return out, which is obviously going to come under there as well. So that's the return I'm going to use there. So that's the part of my order to sort this lot out. As I said, the bead will sit on there. The parts are here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the bead in to have a look and see how it sits. Because future ideas may be a bit of a change. I'll show you what I mean. Just give me 2 seconds. Oh, it's purple. Around about 8 degrees, and I thought, you know what? To save wasting that potassium what the K1 was in, why not give them a dose? Just for good luck, you know. Right then, all the K1, I don't know if you can see because it's a bit dark. Ooh. All the K1 is in there. I don't know if I can tip it towards the light so as you can see, but yeah, it is in there. All that 50 litres of K1's in there, so I'm going to get this bead in there onto that platform. I was going to put a slab on the top, but I thought, you know what, I've got all that timber, so I've made a double layered timber to timber top. I'm going to get it sitting on there, and hopefully it should be okay. I've got a feeling it might have to come this way a little bit because of the other returns and that across the back and the mains up here. So yeah, Thursday night, this is what I'm up to. Just finished work. I'll say just, I've been here about an hour. So I've started modging. And this is what I'm up to. I had a bit of a clean up, not as you'd tell. The beads have all gone out of the bead filter, so they've all gone. I had an old fish tank here, I don't know if you recall, that's gone. I've actually put my bridge back on the pond so as it's out of the way. So that's got to be painted this year as well, without fail. That's got to be painted this year. Still got the decking to do. Still got the tank down there to do. That ain't getting touched at the minute until the weekend. So that's what I'm trying to do is obviously get the pond done on the nights, on the dry nights, and we'll have a look at the tank in the daylight on a weekend. So still a long way to go with the pond anyway. As I said, I've got them sitting in that PP at the minute. Still nice and purple. They seem settled enough. The Macasio one's having a doss about. Be lovely to spawn her, but I've got to find a male Macasio to go with her first. So that's nice and purple. Still got some more in there. This is actually the second day they've had this. I've actually gidded them. Last night when I got back from work today, it was nice and brown. So I thought, you know what, give them another dose. 3 doses, 3 days. That'll force any flukes out, I suppose, anything underlying. And then come the spring, I'll be with some Fluke Solve Plus. And then we can try and work on these wounds and etc. I think what I'm going to have to do is probably send one off to Paula Reynolds, and more than likely it's going to be that Achieva. So I've got to get that sorted as well. Loads to do, and just not enough time to do it. But there you go. Work comes first to feed the habit, I suppose. Right, I'll catch you in a bit. Right, me being me, I've just done an old video of about 5 minutes. And not realised I was in portrait, and I thought, you know what, that ain't going on. So there's the bead. That's it. That's in. Sitting on there, quite nice. quite tidy. A little bit of, obviously they're not cemented, so I can move and jiggle them about till they're nice and straight and get them something like. For me, that bead's at a perfect height. This decking, what you can see just here, this decking here, which goes across here, look, that slides out and it comes this way, so perfectly, pretty much bang on for that decking to slide out. I know I've got the valve on the top, the air valve, but I don't think that'll bother me too much. So yeah, that's pretty much bang on. Happy with that. Sitting on there, that should be more than enough. I mean, before it was sitting on them blocks laid flat and 3 bricks under the legs, and it's sat like that for 18 months. Yeah, happy days. Eco bead 60 converted to K1. Just got to get all that line now. Morning all. Well, say morning, I think it's coming up to midday now. It's Saturday the 12th of Feb. We've had some rain this morning, not much, just a sprinkling, which I was thinking, you know, worked all week, come to the weekend, it's got to rain. We've had a bit of a mess about, not much, I done a lot. Just walking up the garden. I'm giving the pond 1L of a major water change. The reason being, as you've probably already seen off the video I put from Thursday, on the start of this, that the PP where I was soaking the K1 micro in, I decided to put into the pond, and well, let's just say they struggled a little bit, so we're doing a water change on them now. So I'll spin you around and you can see what is the state of it at the minute. So there you have it, shitty, murky, brown, horrible water. Siphoning some water out at this end at the minute. I've turned the pump down, the main drain pump as well, because otherwise it'll just dry the Nexus out, which it probably already is doing. So I've done this about an hour ago. So I've down to around about 8 inches of water out of the pond at the minute, which I think is probably enough. I don't know what's under that brown water, whether I've lost any or what, but I noticed them this morning, they were struggling a little bit, and I thought, you know what, let's get some water change going. So it's having a big one, to be fair. I've got about another 2 inches to take out, and we'll see where it goes from there. But there you go, that's the pond. It's able to keep talking about the pond because the pond is what it is at the minute, and we'll get onto that as we get on through future videos. Had a bit of a tidy up, just got rid of some bits and stuff. As you can tell, I'm on the gimbal again. So yeah, got some work to do on the pond. That's going to be the summertime now, but the main focus today is going to be the tank. Right, now I know I've got first of all as well, before we start going too far, I just want to thank all the subscribers over the past week or so. Many thanks to you for joining and subscribing. Thanks for the comments. Also, a quick shout out to Wayside Koi and of course Vince at Twisted Koi. They've had the fiberglassing done, so exciting times for them. We've got the ponds up and running. That fiberglassing in my pond was done about 22 years ago, but that's another story. We'll get on to that, as I said. But yeah, big thanks to all the subscribers. I know there's a few of them at my work, which I'm dreading, to be honest, so I can see some comments coming up. So we'll see how it goes. So the plan today is that plastic up on the top of the pergola up there, it's got to come down, and I bought some plastic trim just for the corners. So it's just 2 inch plastic corner strip. That's just to go down the corners with it. So I'm going to start getting it cut, and I'm pondering now whether to silicone it on or whether to nail it on. Don't know what to do, if I'm honest. I'm wondering if silicone would be enough, be okay. I mean, I've got silicone, I went and bought some last week, might have to buy some more. I've got some CT1 on order as well. I don't know. I think silicone might do it, in all fairness. Keeps it nice and neat on the front then as well. So I've got the 3 rails to silicone too. I can put a bead of silicone across the top as well. I think silicone might do it. I bought nails just in case. The nails was as dearer than the bloody strip. So I've got a box of nails as well, just in case, which I can nail straight to. You probably have to drill it first and nail it, but that ain't a problem. So yeah, you're probably wondering what that piece of green pipe's for there. That piece of green pipe is just so I can make a bit of a tool to turn the drain off, the returns off in the pond. Because they're 4 foot down, I can't reach them unless I lie on my belly, and now I'm struggling to get at them. So it's just to make a bit of a tool, just to do that. So that's where we are at the minute. So I'm going to get sorted and try and dodge the rain. The sun's out at the minute, which is nice. But as I said, we had some rain this morning, and I'm going to try and dodge that. So enough of me waffling on. I'll get back to you in a minute once we're up and running and get sorted. Catch you in a bit. Okay, so where are we going? Where are we going again, Buck? Where are we going? It's fixed on summit. They're always fixed on. It's got a mind of its own, this thing. Right then, so let me show you. First job today is just got the drill out. I've got to get all that wood off there. It's already stopping on. So that's got to come off. All the wood on that tank is coming off. That ain't happening. So I'm going to take that off. I've got to do this back end and this end first, as I said. I've got the rubber boot now for the connection at the bottom for the 2-inch, which this panel, this fence panel here, oh, it's blowing my face off here. This fence panel has got to come out. That green tank's got to be moved. That white arum lily then has got to be repotted, so I can get rid of that. And then we can work on the rest of the tank, and then the plumbing will go up and over the gravel board. The easy pod will sit up in this corner at the other side of this panel, which ain't going to be there, and then the return will come back. So that panel's coming out. Don't know what to do, whether to bother replacing it. I might even just cut it out the road, if I'm honest. The gravel board I'm on about, and the posts. I mean, I always had a gate here when the kids was young, and the gate's still there now. Not the best gate in the world, but it did the job. So that gate, I might get rid of that gate. I might get rid of that. And the post. Can't really do a lot with the other side. The other side's in by the small pond over there. God, I'm all over the place. I do apologise about this gimbal. So that's hidden over there anyway, so that's just an old panel washing, so I ain't too fussed about that side at the minute until we start working down. I'm more concerned on getting this side sorted out, and getting that panel out and getting this tank cladded up. So let's crack on. I'll speak to you in a minute. So you can take it though, doing this, was it last week or the week before? Bit of a waste of a day really, but you'll find that for me, things will change, and I suppose everybody's the same, things will change as we go along. you know, you get a better idea, or you think you do. I'm hoping it's a better idea anyway. Try to do it cheap, to be fair, which is human nature, I suppose. I've got a load of wood if anybody wants any. Put that there to kneel on, breaking the kneel down. Nice decent timber. It just, I don't know, put it on there like it. So it is what it is. It ain't cost me nothing. So, like I said, if anybody can make good use of it, I've got some here. I ain't going to get rid of all of it. I'll keep some. But, let's just take it up a little bit. Oh, I don't know, it's fixed onto something again. There you go, there's the gimbal. Got a mind of its own here. Leave it there. I might even edit this bit out. Fixed on me now, look. Yeah, it's an absolute nightmare. Probably just sits top of my head now, semi-bald spot. While I'm at it, just let you know, if you are already joined, I've got a Facebook group as well. Keep It Koi UK is mine. Now, there's a couple of Keep It Kois about. Yeah, sorry. There's a couple of Keep It Kois about. That's mine there, look. Keep It Koi UK. So if you want to join, you're more than welcome. That group's been running for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years now, something like that. Got around about 4,500 subscribed to the group, so it's quite active. The only thing about there, like other groups, is fish sales. No fish sales on the group. And that's just because Facebook will be all out here as soon as you start selling livestock. And there you go. So, just for reference, Keep It Koi UK. So there you are, everything's cleared now. That's all out of the way. Let's have a quick look at these before we go any further. They're still hungry as ever. I'll be glad to get the covers off them and start getting them sorted out. As I said, a lot of these will be sold come the spring, so shout me up in the comments if you want any. And we can arrange for you to come and grab some once I've sorted them. As I said, there's the pile of wood now, it's getting bigger. So if anybody wants any wood and is local to me, just shout me up and you can come and grab some out of the way. I'm going to use some. I ain't going to give it all away, bro. Sort of, that to there, that's enough for me, I think. To there, so you know, I think that's probably enough for me, and then the rest can just, yeah, you can just go. So yeah, so right, so I'm going to get a pack of that down off the top. Here we go again. Get a pack of that down off the top. As you can see, the wind's blowing like mad, and I am going to be in a bit dodging the rain. It's cold. It's around about 3.5 degrees today. It's going to be wet in a minute. I'm a bit weary about getting all the tools out, to be fair, so I'm going to end up putting them away quicker than I'll get them out. So let's see how it happens, and I'll get back to you in a bit. Happy days. Well, I just managed to get the first pack off. Just about to open it now. So what I wanted to say is, if you like these videos, then give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe, say hello in the comments, let me know you're there. I don't know if there's a way of finding out who's subscribed, because I ain't figured that out. I ain't got a clue. I know every now and again I'll get a notification say, you know, so and so subscribed, not all the time. But there you go. Right, so I'm going to crack on. Got the pack off, get it open, and we'll start getting it cut. As long as the rain keeps off. Catch you in a minute. Right then, folks, this is what we got. Obviously, I ain't going to teach you how to suck eggs, and I know you've seen it before. White soffit board. It's going to go downwards on the tank, so it's going that way. Because obviously I've got the 3 fixings and I can sort something out then off the pallet at the bottom. So just a quick show you what we've got. And that's what today's plan is, as long as the wet stuff in the sky holds off. But yeah, I've got 2 packs of this, 5 in each pack at 5 metres long. I've got more than enough. This one pack will probably do this tank, I would have thought. They're about a foot wide. So yeah, I've got to cut them at 1 metre 0.5, I do believe. I have to recheck that. I want to be slightly off the floor with them because these slabs are riven, and obviously I'll put these down, so I say them level. Close, but not, you know, get them something like, and there you go. So yeah, so that's the plan. We'll crack on. I need to get them on the back and on the side, as I said, and then what I'll do is I'll start clearing that green tank and the Nexus and everything over there. Sorry, not the Nexus, I keep on Nexus, the pod, you downers, come on. Clear all that lot out of the way anyway, get the panel out of the way, but this is the trouble now, the wind's picking up, and I think the rain's moving in, so I'm going to bear with it for a bit before I come back to you. Catch you in a bit. Just fed him, just give him a bit of food, as you do. I'll munch on that over the next hour or two. Happy days. Right then, folks, here we are. A few hours on from when I last spoke to you. Got a fair bit done. Got around this side. Oh, right, rant time. Just thought of this, rant time. See that there? 2-inch connector, 2-inch tank connector, Cockney coil one. Right, my issue with these, let me just squeeze around here because everything's a bit tight at the minute. My issue with these, I don't know if you can see, but the screws in these Cockney coil fittings are long enough. So if anybody on here works for Cockney coil, take note that you need longer screws in the fittings, because I'm a bag of shit. So yeah, I've had to try and bodge that as best I can. I put a load of CT1 round it and try to get it as best I can. Also, you know when you have one of them days where you think, should I really be bothered? Should I have been bothered? Should I have carried on? Yeah, it's been one of them today, but we're most of the way there. Don't forget the tank's up on its side. That's the top, that's the bottom, there's the drain. Slightly off with the measurement on the drain, as you can see, but nothing that a bit of silicone around that well fixed just to fill the gaps. When I turn the tank over as well, the bottom come off. The two pieces of polystyrene, they come off, so I've had to re-silicone all them. Because I've got no fixing around the bottom of the tank, I've just put some snots of silicone in, just to get a bit of a buffer, a bit of protection, if you like. But yeah, that tank connector has really pickled my head today. I put a load of CT1 round, I've got it wedged. We'll see how it goes. Got the corners on, they're just at the bottom with silicone as well, nailed on towards the end. So yeah, it's looking good, it's looking better. I've decided, instead of buying some more strip, because I did break this, I tried on it, dickhead. So instead of buying some more strip, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort some good bits out of this timber, and I think I'm going to do the top with timber, paint it black against the white, I think. So I'll trim it up down there. So let me just show you, get a couple of bits. So if you can imagine, we'll have a piece of timber down there, and a bit of timber on the top, like so, just to try and trim it up. So I'll probably knock all them up in the week, find some good bits out and screw them up, and then screw them to the top of the tank, and that covers all that crap cutting there. But yeah, all in all, I'm pretty pleased. It's just that tank connector now, whether it's going to be okay or not. If not, I'll probably just put a fork through the lot and throw it in the skip. That's the way I feel at the minute, to be fair. I've got CT1 all over my hands, so I'm covered in it. Not quite so much as Vince when he was putting his window in, but I think you went a bit overboard on the CT1 there, Vince, if you're watching. But never mind, that ain't gonna shift, mate. But yeah. So it's Saturday afternoon. I think I'm gonna have another go at it tomorrow. So we've got to turn the tank over. I'm gonna leave it like this for a bit now, and let some of that silicone go. So I've got to move it because I can't even shut the shed door. That's how tight everything is up here. So I'm gonna probably carry on with this tomorrow. The missus ain't gonna be on best pleased because Sunday's normally our day out. So yeah, what I'll do, I'll carry this video on tomorrow because I'm on a different phone now. The other phone I've put back on charge because it was dead, and I'm on a different phone. Still got that last little bit down there to put on the corner piece. That's going to be cut down the length, and also have the Alpa in for, well, that's going to be my overflow. But I've realised I've ordered rubber fittings, and I've ordered 2 inch instead of 1.5 inch. But never mind. I suppose it's my own fault really, because I've put the 2 inch connector on. The tank connector, what I've just been moaning about, is 2 inch. I should have really put 1.5 inch on there, which I have got 1.5 inch here. That 2 inch was for the blue bowl. So reach through here, you'll see I've got 1.5 inch on there. But again, look how short them screws on them, racked off. Honest to God, them shocking. Cockney Coy, you just need another 1/2 inch length on them, because by the time you put the glue and all the shit behind it, and then you've got the thickness of the tank as well, them screws just ain't long enough. They need to be another 1/2 inch longer. I mean, when you put a tank connector on, the screws are going to be sticking on the outside, so you can just touch them off with a grinder if you need to. But 9 times out of 10, they don't even reach. Which, yeah, okay. I don't know if it's just me or whether other folks have noticed that as well. But yeah, that 2 inch connector was for that, and I ended up sticking it on that with a 2 inch. Well, I'll put the reducer on just so I can sort of close it up. I'm hoping it's going to be okay, because there's dog loads of silly CT1 round there, and it seems to have pulled up straight now. Because all I've got one fixing, one screw's caught, and the other's it's like it's a joke. I did have some stainless steel screws somewhere, but I can't find them. So, and I was just going to put normal zinc in, because that was never going to work. But yeah, as you can hear, and as you can see, everything's wet. I've been dodging the rain all day, but I'm cold now, and it's finally put pay to the day, I think. So I'm going to leave this here for today, and I'll pick you up again tomorrow. Catch you later. Right guys, there's the state of play today. You know what? I ain't getting wet up on. It ain't gonna happen. So that's going to stay as it is. Tank's in the same position as it was yesterday, so not a lot of change there. According to my phone, it's forecast rain all day, so there you go. So what I'll do, I'll edit this video up and get it up on YouTube today at some point this evening, I would imagine, and we'll take it from there. So I'll probably do a little bit of an update in the week, bit of a short I suppose, and keep an eye out for that. But again, I said it before, many thanks to all the new subscribers and everybody else who's joined the channel. This is more of a diary for myself, but it's nice to see that people are enjoying them. So if you do enjoy them, please give us a like and a thumbs up, and also subscribe, even hit that bell, and you'll see whenever I put stuff up. But yeah, that's the state of play today. It's trickling down the rain. So yeah, we'll see you next time, eh? Catch you later.